Hike, a unicorn and founded by Kavin Bharti Mittal, today launched a brand new product to get 1 billion Indians online. It's a bottom-up approach, and the idea is to get the mass market hooked onto data. For that, Kavin Mittal has tied up with handset makers as well as telecom companies. He's also offering internet devices, rather internet services offline. That means use internet without any data. How exactly does that work? Well, here is Kavin Mittal explaining that to ET Now.
We're excited to announce something brand new today. We're launching a new product. It's called Total, built by Hike. And Total, built by Hike, is a set of services that are deeply embedded on Google's Android OS that streamline the entire internet experience for a first-time mobile user. And all these services work without data.
Okay.
And the simple idea was, can someone, the mass market level, buy a phone, turn it on, and it's good to go.
So you mean you're offline and you can use data services in a nutshell? Is that what you're saying?
So we've optimized these services to work without data.
Okay.
So when you buy a phone, many a times a lot of smartphone users use smartphones, but they don't have data.
Okay.
And a lot of people who are in tier 2 and tier 3 towns buy smartphones and are still not online. And so the big question that we asked was, how do we bring these people online and simplify the entire experience?
So are you tying up with handset manufacturers for this? You said it's going to be on Android and Google.
Absolutely. So we're working very closely with telecom operators and also device partners to make this dream come to life. We have Intex and Carbon, who we're partnering with.
Who are pretty popular in the mass market.
Absolutely. They're very popular in the tier 2 and tier 3 towns. And how do we work with them to get our software on their devices so they can ship when they go to the market?
Oh, you mean it's preloaded? It's going to be preloaded when someone buys one of these handsets?
Yeah, absolutely, because we're working at the OS layer. You have to preload the software on new devices.
Okay.
We're also working very closely with telecom operators, Airtel, Vodafone, Aircel and BSNL to start with.
No Jio?
Not yet, to start with, and to make this possible.
Okay, so when you say you worked with the telecom operators and you worked with these handset operators as well, obviously the idea is to deepen the market, right? To get non-data users friendly with data, which is why you're saying your services can be used offline as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the dream that we've always had as Hike is, how do you bring 1 billion people online? And you know, in 2017 we realized, despite the data growth that we've seen, there's a large part of the market still unconnected. And the app was not enough. Could we go beyond that? And if you look at the value chain of someone coming online with the intent to come online and actually coming online, it's about 15-20 steps.
Yeah.
I have to buy a smartphone, sign into the operating system, then buy data, what are MBs and GBs, download a bunch of apps, sign into them, and then you kind of sort of get to the sweet spot of the internet. The question that we asked was, can we take these 15-20 steps and collapse them into 3 or 4 steps? And that is the fundamental idea behind Total.
So you succeeded? It's like 3 steps for someone now to do this?
You buy a phone, you turn it on, we sign you into Total with your phone number. As a result, you get signed into all these services. You get signed into messaging, news, horoscopes, recharge, P2P, and a bunch of other services right off the bat, and you can use them without data. So your phone literally is ready to go out of the box. While all these services work without data, for richer services, to send photos, videos, to listen to music and videos, you need data.
Yeah.
So we worked also very closely with all these telcos to allow people to buy data packs from inside the operating system itself.
Okay.
As small as 1 rupee.
1 rupee? That's the kind of customization you've done?
Yeah, so if you want to, let's say you're messaging back and forth and it's working without data, and let's say you send a photo.
Yeah.
Now the photo will not go until you buy some kind of data.
Yeah.
So we made the data very, very small and very, remove the whole intimidation factor on data to make it very, very, very small. So I can buy a 1 rupee data pack. On Total, you get a 1 rupee data pack that gives you 20 MB. In the user experience, we also show you how many photos or videos 20 MB will convert into.
How many would that get, you think?
100 photos, approximately.
For 1 rupee, you can send 100
You
photos.
can send 100 photos. And we are trying to make the experience as tangible as possible and as simple for the mass market user.
Yeah.
So we made all these small optimizations in the user experience to make sure that it's all taken care of on the phone itself.
Well, that's Kavin Bharti Mittal on his new product, Total, the idea being to get 1 billion Indians online.